So today, me and my girl, Jody, are gonna be talking about some crazy prison stories, people that we were in prison with and different stories that we've heard or seen or things that have happened, some little mini stories of other tea-ish from prison. If you guys don't already know us, hi, my name is Christina. Whenever I was 21, I was sentenced to 3 years prison in the state of Florida. Whenever Jody was 19, she was sentenced to 10 years prison in the state of Florida, but she was facing life for capital murder. Before we get into it though, I do want to let you guys know that this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Please remember to be kind to everybody, everywhere, in your everyday life, in the grocery store, in your home, and especially in the comment section down below. Please remember to be kind to everybody, everywhere. Morning, my lovelies, my beauties, my friends. My name is Christina and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really hope that you will subscribe, stick around, take a chance on hearing some things that I have to say. And if you are a returning subscriber, y'all already know, y'all are my babies. So good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing today? I hope you all are having an amazing day. We're back at it again with another video, Jody. Yay! Okay, so we stayed up on the couch last night till like 1 o'clock in the morning, which is a long time for my old behind.
Me too, I'm a 9 o'clocker.
Ooh, baby, you had me up all night, good Lord. But we was talking about different things that had happened in prison. I was like, oh, we gotta talk about this in a video. So, when you got ready to get out, you said that, okay, Jody, when Jody was in prison, she was in the YO program for most of her sentence. So, Jody, before she got out, because she hit 25 years, because see, in the YO program, the oldest you can be in there is 25. When she left, they started transferring her. She went through a bunch of different transfers or whatever, and she eventually ended up for a period of time in another prison in the lifer dorm. Okay, so that's a huge culture shock, going from the cupcake camp YO program, because she was the pet of the compound I was on. I'm over on the adult side getting picked on, getting locked up, getting this, that, or whatnot. And she's over there with her little white hat. That's called the goody goody hat. There was only 2 on the whole compound.
Got to skip every line at the canteen.
Little
first at the library.
That's what I mean by she was the last one we thought was going to get in trouble. She was the goody goody. And the officers treated you pretty good over there, right?
Yeah, they raised me.
Yeah, they did. You got to think about it too. They raised her. They did.
And they actually watched my son grow up too. So yeah, they had compassion and sympathy. Yeah,
they was over there nice to you, and then they came over there to me like, rah. And I'm like, anywho, it wasn't the same officers. The officers on the YO side are different than the ones that are, except for like the lieutenant and stuff like that. But he didn't pick on. We're not gonna say his name. You know what I'm talking about? White shirt. And he was nice to you.
Yes.
He messed with me and Alex, so he messed with Alex too. You love it.
They loved me.
Ah!
I love them too, because they really, I mean, in all reality, prison is bad, and there are some really bad officers. I have been picked on in other places, but there are some really good officers who really care and really want to see you succeed. Especially, I think they have more compassion for the young, even though we're like close to the same age. They had compassion for the young. They felt like they could maybe mold them, change them.
Even though I was at 21, I should have been in the YO program. I'm glad I wasn't. I think the reason why I wasn't is because I already had my GED. Because you didn't have, did you have yours?
I didn't.
Because they make y'all go to school. I think that's why I got out, because I got my GED in the county jail. So, okay, when you got to the lifer dorm, because now we're rambling, and I can do that, we know that. When you got to the lifer dorm, you were telling me last night about this story, and we're not going to say names, of a woman that was in there. She got 35 years for what?
Okay, so it was actually her and her baby's dad. They robbed a motel owner.
Never been in trouble before, right?
Yep, never been in trouble. We're on drugs. Robbed a motel owner, tied him up, and put tape over his mouth and nose. They were high. They didn't mean to put tape over their nose. Well, what they say is they didn't mean to put tape over both, but they were high. They just taped him up so he couldn't make any noise, and he ended up suffocating.
And dying. So she got 35 years.
And her baby's dad got life.
And he got life. And so, and like, any of you guys that have ever been on substances and done crazy things, like you guys know that I've told you that in my younger days and stuff, I did do substances. I said I did a lot of substances. But the things that you can do then and you're out of it, like, it's a wonder, you know. A lot of people don't. I think a lot of crazy stuff happens when people are on substances, you know, because they're out of their mind.
I really think that's probably the main...
To a lot of stuff.
Yeah, to a lot of things. People do a lot of crazy things when because they're not in their right mind.
Right.
You know, when you stay up for days.
Yep.
Your mind.
Delusional.
You're delusional. You see things, hear things.
Yep.
I mean, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
It's very dangerous.
Now, what about this is a good one for my little babies out there. My Grandma Christina and Aunt Jody, we got y'all's back, okay? The story about the 18-year-old girl leaving prom.
There was
never been in trouble.
Never been in trouble before, and she went to a prom party, got drunk, ended up DUI manslaughter, killed 2 people, I believe, and ended up with 15 years. Never been in trouble. 18 years old, graduating school, about to go to college. Drinking and driving is bad.
Bad. I tell y'all that all the time. I'm telling you, don't do it. Uber, baby, Uber.
Mm-hmm. And the really sad thing too is that not only did they get put in prison, they have to live with that.
Yeah, and those people lost their family members.
Yeah, it's a lot of bad.
The drinking and driving, and people think that they're okay. And like I've told y'all the story before. If you haven't, go watch my other videos. And me and Jody were talking about this last night, of the woman who was a nurse. She had been a nurse for like 20 years. She's 45 years. She was on the adult side with me. Beautiful, beautiful woman. Very, very well educated. Just one of those women that are in prison that you're like, why are you here? She goes on vacation with her 15-year-old son. You know, her and her son, they're on vacation. You know, she's a nurse, 20 years. She's been saving lives, helping people. Goes to dinner, has a drink, has 2 glasses of wine, and hits somebody, because that's what you don't realize. You have alcohol in your system and you hit somebody, it doesn't matter if it was their fault. Once you have that alcohol in your system, it is automatically your fault, because you were already breaking the law to begin with. And he was an older gentleman, passed away. She lost everything. She didn't get to see her son graduate. She didn't get to see him, you know, have his first baby or get married, and so the drinking and driving, I'm telling you guys, please Uber. There's all different kind of other ways that you can get rides nowadays. So please, please do not drink and drive.
There was one more story. It just came to me. There was a girl who, her and her boyfriend were taking Xanax, and he went to sleep and didn't wake up. She got charged with it. It was a mutual thing. They were both doing drugs, and she ended up with like 7 years.
Yeah.
I don't know all the details, but I know that they were just getting high.
Yeah.
And he died and she didn't, and she had to live with her boyfriend's death and being charged with it.
Well, I've known of 2 different women who, God bless them, were taking pills when they had their babies, the actual baby, and were sleeping with the baby in the bed. 2 different women, and rolled over on top of the baby in their sleep, taking the same type of very strong medication that she was just talking about, and having to, oh my gosh, that's heartbreaking. So, and then Jody was also there whenever the girl, I remember I told y'all about the face getting melted off. She was at the same prison.
That's the worst thing I ever seen in prison too.
You said, I didn't see this because they locked us up when that happened, but you said that she got airlifted.
She got airlifted out of the prison.
And if you guys have not heard that story in my other videos, what happened was she thought it was water too. I was there and I saw these women, they were all fighting over a girlfriend. She was a stud, okay? And she was in between these 2 girls. See, that's the thing about getting in relationships in prison is the woo and the jealousy, because you can't escape it, because they're there in there with you. It's not like you can delete your Facebook account, change jobs. You're in there, baby, and they ain't got nothing else to do. It's whoo. So she was in between 2 women, and the women were the woman that did it was putting mayonnaise. She was getting these mayonnaise packets, put it in a bowl, heated it up. Okay, so then it turned into a grease. Threw it in her face, and her dark skin turned white. It didn't turn red like you would think. It turned white. Like, that is scary. That's not like seeing somebody get shanked. That's like seeing somebody's face. Oh my gosh.
I remember this one time, what is in the YO program, and you see whenever the YO program, if you wanted to get shipped to another compound, because at first we didn't have a confinement there. So if you wanted to get shipped to another compound, you had to do a psychological emergency.
Yep, we and Alex were talking about that.
So this one girl, I don't know if Alex even remembers this or if she was there at the time, but she took off all her clothes, butt naked, and said, "There's ants all over me, there's ants all over me." And it was right at flagpole. See, the YOs, we marched every morning and we put up the flag, and it was right at morning, so every YO was there and all the officers were out there,
butt naked
saying, "The ants are all over me."
Yeah,
it was like, oh, that was the entertainment of the YOs. The YOs did a lot of crazy stuff.
I heard this one story about this guy. It wasn't in prison, but I don't know if you've heard this story before too. We were talking about this in prison. This guy was trying to get found insane, trying to get out of his charges from insanity. You know what I'm talking about? Okay.
Let's see.
And he put peanut butter in his butt crack. Okay.
Oh my God.
So when he went to court in front of the judge, he reaches his hand. He's talking to the judge. He reaches his hand and brings out this brown stuff and starts eating it in front of the judge.
Oh my God.
And he got insanity for that. Now that's kind of brilliant.
That is pretty brilliant.
You better keep that booty clean,
But most
though.
insane people are brilliant people.
Facts.
Yes.
True facts. All right, guys, I hope that you guys like this little chit chat video from us. Our kids are outside yelling. They're ready to come in. We better go get them, right?
Maybe not.
Lock them out. All right, my loves, as always, please do not forget to like this video. It's a free way that you can help your girl out. And until next time, I love you guys so very much. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay